DJFM. saying? Like, so today you have you don't really have anything great, or my bad, sorry. Looks like there's no USD folders today. All you have here really is a 10 a.m. folder, a major, folder for 10 a.m. Fed Chair Powell testifies at 10 a.m. Before that folder, you don't have anything going on here. Looks like you have a bunch of orange folders. Or sorry, my bad. You have a couple of orange folders and you have some yellow folders as well. So according to my analysis, let's go back to the analysis real quick. It looks like the weekly time frame is coming down here, as you can see. So as the weekly is starting to push down here, the monthly is starting to fill that wick as well. So if you drop down to the daily, you're going to see and notice that we actually closed below the range. Now, usually this means two things. Obviously, I would expect an AGGRO day, because just like any other time frame, if we were to look at any other time frame, such as the 5, such as the 15, 30, whatever that case is on a small time frame, right? Let's say this is a 5, for instance. If this was a 5 or 1530 and you close below the range, what would you expect price to do today? You would probably expect price to come down to fill the ranges, and that takes you down towards the next support. If you take a look left, where's your next support? Obviously, if you look left here, you're probably going to have it right around here at 1920. And then your next support, you're probably going to have it down here at 1900. Now, here's the thing. We could drop down today. We can drop down tomorrow. Typically what I've noticed is the day right after you have an AGGRO day, or right after you break out, you usually don't drive, but the day afterwards is the day you actually drive. So tomorrow you may see a drive or an AGGRO day. Again, today could be an AGGRO day too, but the thing is, we're going to see it happen anyways on a small time frame. So if price were to come down today, you're going to see it push down on a small time frame, and we can take sales with price action as well. That's cool, right? So today, tomorrow doesn't matter. We broke below the range. We're clear looking left. You should be able to tap 1920, right? Looking left, 1920 is your overall target. So if that's the case, then I would expect price to continue push, towards 1920 today, and then eventually towards 1900s over the next couple of days here. Again, we have only 9 days left in the monthly, right? Only 9 days left in the monthly, and we haven't drove towards our target yet because our target was down here, right? 1800, 1900, or 1880, 1900. So we have 9 days left to drive down towards those levels because that's what price shows that we're gonna push down towards. If we can push down over the next, couple of days, that'd be amazing, right? Obviously, again, price can still come back into the range. Obviously, this could still be a range one fake out for us to come back into the range to drive back down. But the thing is, we're gonna see that form anyways on a smaller time frame, so we don't have to worry too much about that. All you want to do here is grab the overall and general idea of price. And once you grab the general and overall idea of price, you can start to anticipate price a lot easier in the direction according to the daily. So today's daily bias shows that we're bearish. Obviously, we're looking for sales to come down. So sells for me, it's pretty straightforward. Let's drop down to a daily. You're gonna see that there's a low on the daily right here. So if this is a low on the daily at 1929.073, then I would assume that if you break that low, you're gonna drop down to foot of range, right? So let's drop down to a small time frame and see where 1929 is. As you can see, there is a most recent support at 1931. So if you look left there, right, at 1926.957, man, you close below there, you would assume that price will drop down towards the next support, which is going to be somewhere around here, right? And then obviously your next support will be down here at the 1922. So you have a nice 40-ish pit range coming down here below 1926. That'd be cool. You could take sells beforehand, obviously. Like you do have some opportunities before. I believe the 4 candle looks pretty interesting right now. If you go down to the 4, I was looking at this earlier today. You're gonna see that there was a resistance here being formed, and even though there hasn't been to be honest, I would assume that we'll have a steeper liquidity wick being grabbed before we drop down, right? Because I'm looking left there, and I was expecting us to tap 19, 20, 40 before we drop down here, 1940, 1942-ish, right? Anywhere in this zone here. But if you look at it, if you look closely, you're gonna notice in this zone here that all these 4 candles here have all been respecting this resistance, right? So every time you came up towards the levels, at one point it was bullish, but they all managed to close bearish. My bad, bearish or bullish, respecting resistance. This count closed respecting, right? So you've been respecting pretty heavily. It's a pretty decent resistance here, but that doesn't mean that price can't still drive up before driving down, right? So any given point during this 4-hour candle here, this thing can come all the way back up here, grab liquidity, and still flip bearish for us to close for the 9 a.m. candle. And if that were to happen, then 9 a.m. is looking beautiful, because then you have something like this formed. And if this were to form today, then man, you're gonna drive down for 9, and you're gonna drive down for the rest of the day, right? So just be mindful, even though there is a resistance here, price can still come up, create a wick, and still close below. Until you actually close above at 9, then cool, great. You can look to come back up for 9, 10, 11, whatever it is, towards 1940. But as long as we close below 1938 today, we should be good to drive further down to retest the lows at the 1920 levels, 1922s, tapping into the daily targets. So that's cool. There's that. So sells for me today would probably be below, I'll say below, what was it? What I just have it up, chat? I had it somewhere at 1926. Yeah. So yeah, we could take sells beforehand. However, before I take sells, so here's the thing. My sells are below 1926, right? That's where I'm looking for sells below. If we don't manage to break below those levels, or if we could come up, break the highs for a range one fake out, that'd be amazing. Because if this were to form, then guess what's gonna happen, right? As this forms there and you get a breakout, my bias won't be here. Why? Because that's a range one fake out. Day bias is still bearish, and also this can be a 4-hour top wick, right? Again, like I said, the 4-hour top wick could tap where? 1942, 1940, 41, right? Anywhere in those zones there. So as you come up and tap those levels, you're gonna see something like this formed. And if this were to form, there's no sells, there's no bias for me yet. But if you were to pop back below the range, I'll then take my sells coming down to retest the lows. And this would be my range one fake out. This is your 4-hour liquidity grab, come up to tap 42, 41 levels as you come back into the range. So then we'll take a sells here. So we don't gotta predict the highs over here. We can just wait for price to close back into the ranges and then take sells as it closes back into the ranges. There's that. And also, obviously, yes, if price were to close above, but the next candle does not close back below the ranges, then yeah, obviously we can take buys, right? But you need that structure to form first. So if you were to close above and then you close bearish respecting support, that's perfect, because then what can happen here is we can just take buys once you close back above the ranges like this, right? So then now you have this right here, you have a support right here, this resistance here, you have another resistance here. This is your range 1 here, range 2. You can then take buys once you break above 1946 and such, right? We'll take our buys then, because then you can have the structure formed there, and you have that sample size positions that we've been looking at on price. Cool. But yeah, that's when I look for buys. But as of right now for buys, no. Like if you were to close above, no. I need all of that to form for me to take buys. And then obviously for sells, I just explained it, right? Anything below 26 or anything for after the fake out would be perfect. So yeah, just understand the higher time frame, understand where you're at on a higher time frame scale versus the 4-hour daily, right? 1 hour, 30, 15. Understand what part of the cycle you're in right now. And once you understand what part of the cycle you're in, things should be simplified for you. Yeah, but I would assume that before driving down, you'll grab liquidity, right? If it doesn't grab liquidity and it just drives, then it just drives, right? Then I guess you can see this 4 can already grab that, and you'll fill the ranges at 1926, which is doable, because then you just mirror this traffic to the left, right? As you can see, price then taps this level and then it rejected from 26. So if it doesn't grab liquidity before driving down, what you might see is prices continue to push down towards 26 and then reject the 26. However, if you do grab liquidity, then you likely are not going to reject the 26. You're going to continue to push down past 26 towards 20 levels if you do end up tapping 44 before driving down. So it's just a matter of, you know, if we can grab whatever levels first before looking to head down, that will determine today's aggressiveness on the markets. But yeah, chat, that's about it. That's what I'm looking at. All right. Yeah, that was the analysis. Pretty straightforward today. I'll say if you are, why is the, yo, is my stream lagging, chat? My stream's not lagging, right? Why you guys delayed though? Is it delayed? Chat, type handles in the chat. I want to see how delayed it is today. Why is it still delayed today? Okay, you know it's not that bad. Maybe it comes down to your Wi-Fi. Jay, good, you got some good ass Wi-Fi though. Damn. What else is there? What else can I do right now? I could oh yeah, I want to check on this thing real quick. Nightbot. Unprofessional. Okay, fix. Okay, so I'm trying to fix it. Like, I don't know why there's a delay today. It's not that bad. It's like, it just feels like there's a, my YouTube says there's like a little delay. It's cool, right? You guys are good. Alright, cool. We're sick. We're good. Anyways, yeah, that's gold, chat. That is gold today. So whatever I just mentioned is what I'm looking for. Obviously, yesterday, we didn't really trade. We just sat there and watched price, which is cool. Looking back, there's really nothing I could have done, to be honest, like differently. I wouldn't have caught anything yesterday, to be honest. Even if I were to look back today and say, oh, what could I have caught yesterday? No. $186,826 is your monthly target. That's what we mentioned this month. Because you closed above, right? So since you closed above, look left there, closed above these ranges, you're expecting now to mirror this traffic up towards 186,772. So overall, that's your monthly high, or that's your monthly target. The weekly is pretty bullish this week, but obviously it hasn't flipped bullish yet. It's still bearish right now. We have 2 days left in the weekly. But you did close above this range, I think, or did you close right at it? No, you closed above it. Yeah, so obviously once you flip, you should be making your way up towards 184. If you do flip, it looks like the daily has been closing bearish though. And part of the reasons that is because the weekly bear had a top wick, I'm assuming. So there's not enough range to drive here. Today's daily is bearish though. You did close bearish at resistance. It looks like you could be coming down towards 178.9, 284, 287 today. I think the 4 count is pretty bearish as well. You closed strong bearish at resistance. Looks like you came down to retest the lows. Now it comes down to just what happens here. So we can look to close below these levels here. I'll say below, what is this? Below 179.667. Then you can look to drive down towards the next support at the 178, 191. Now that range is like, I think it's a range of 4 pips towards the next minor support being formed at 178, and then overall range is like 140, 150. So yeah, you close below 179.667. You should continue to push down to pop down. I'll stay away from this support being formed there, or I'll stay away from taking sells below the most recent. I'd rather take sells below 179.667 just because of the levels you have to the left here. This is a lot cleaner for price to drive through rather than just below most recent. So I'll wait for that. Until then, whatever is in this range here, I'll say it looks very untradeable right now. You could get buys going up, but buys to drive up, you need to break the 4 highs, and that's gonna be at 181. So then you gotta ask yourself, well, yeah, if that's the 4-hour high is at 181.676, then what makes the most sense to take buys above? And I'll say above 182, 108 will make the most sense, even though like because the range here is like I think it's like a 4-pip range. It's pretty decent, right? But above here you have much cleaner traffic, right? So whatever is in this range here, I'll say as of right now, at least it's untradeable. If you were to do something like this, then if you were to be in a situation where you come down here and then you have a range on fake out, and then obviously prices pause back into the ranges, then great, you know, maybe we can get buys above this range instead, because I'm pretty sure if you were to come down, there'll be a strong resistance here. So then later on, if you were to close back above these levels here like this, then at that point that'll indicate that, okay, cool, looks like we're popping back up to fill the ranges now, right? So then I'll take my buys above, what is this, 181 ish in those levels, going up towards 182 to retest the highs, and then I'll take advantage of this range here. But for us to take buys above here, you need to break below here first for range 1. So then you can also say, oh, okay, well, if that's a possibility, why am I taking sells below here? Then you can just say, okay, well, cool, I'll just not take sells below here. Then I'll look to avoid this range as well, right? So I'll avoid this range, I'll avoid this range, and I'll take my sells below here instead to be safer, because this can happen still, right? For us to drive back up. Obviously this can also happen where you do have so there's a resistance here as well, right? There's a resistance here. If price were to do something like this, you know, close above the ranges, right, and then pause back into the range, perfect. So all you're doing is waiting for liquidity to get grabbed. If that were to happen and you were to close back below the levels, then great. You can then take your sells as you come back into the ranges, because now you're expecting to fill the ranges. So then you can take your sells below here instead of having to take the sells below here, and you have at least this range to fill, and that'll make a lot more sense for you to take, right? So you want to see this pop up, close above this range, and then come back into the range for a fake out, and then you can take sells coming down to fill the range. All right, that's a possibility as well on gold there, or on GJ, my bad. But yeah, gold right now is just kind of chilling here. We should eventually break out today during the session. Just as of right now, as look at price, there's just not much we can take right now, right? We can't do anything about that. But all we can do is really sit here and wait, you know. And I know, like, you know, sometimes it may be frustrating, chat, like, you know, if you don't have any trades for the week. Like, I had no trades this week, right? But I've been through worse. I've been through times where I had, like, you know, maybe, you know, a trade within like 2 weeks at one point even. So I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but just, you know, the more experience you have, the more, you know, this is kind of normal for you. It's not really that surprising or shocking. For me not to take a trade for a couple days is like completely normal. You know, it's happened before, and it was a lot worse before as well. So I'm not tripping. You know, same shit we do every day. One thing you shouldn't do though is you shouldn't be changing your plan now, or changing the way you view the charts, your ideas, the way you enter, because you haven't had a trade. You don't want to do that based off of FOMO, right? Because that's all you're doing really. You're lowering your standards now to take a trade because you want to trade just to have that feeling again, or just to have that effect. But if you just sit there and you wait, you know, for your subs to come, as all those subs go by, and you know, you're not taking any positions, you're just preserving capital for better positions. That's all that you're really doing. You don't want to, you know, waste your capital on positions that aren't valid, right? And then when it comes to a time when it is valid, you won't feel like shit. You'll be like, wow, okay, cool. So I was able to sit through all those weeks, all those days of no trades, and today I actually got my setup, and it was perfect, and I got in, got out within a couple of minutes. That's perfect. It's happened to us like a shit ton of times, right? So yeah. How come everyone's so surprised by a 20k loss? Like, why are you guys so surprised about a 20k loss? you guys understand that, like, as your account balance grows as a trader, your tolerance for your losses, gets a bit higher, right? Because you'll lose bigger amounts now because you're popping bigger lot sizes, but still the same percentages, right? So like this 20k loss is no different from a 1k loss I had back then on a 10k account, right? Same shit. Or on a 100k account, same shit, right? 10k loss on a 100k account is, equivalent to this. But all of a sudden, everybody's just blind now. Everybody's just like, oh, well, Don, you lost 20k? Like, is this all you guys see? This is all you guys see, huh? When people look at my screen, yo, you lost 20k? What happened to the rest of the screen? Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's numbers surrounding the 20k as well, right? It's not just 20k. That's 3k on 100k. Yeah, that's around 2.5%, right? The worst feeling is waiting for days for a setup to finally see it execute and cleanly and still lose the trade. Yeah, to be honest, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen one day eventually. Might happen the next trade might happen, but again, the more times you grow through those situations, the better you will deal with them, right? The better you're able to come back from them. But like, yeah, it could happen, right? All these scenarios out here could happen. Like, nobody said we're the perfect traders. We have a very high win rate, high percentage rate. But yeah, like it possibly could happen. Don, where's your certificate? I don't get my certificate for that. Well, I don't get a certificate for that challenge. For that, what was it again? It was the, what's it called? Not the evaluation. What's it called, chat? Evaluation, and then it's the acceleration. Yeah, I don't get a certificate for that. But I did get that challenge because it said something about being professional. It said this is for professional full-time traders, and I was like, okay, cool. So that's why honestly why I bought that instead of the evaluation. I just thought it was something about being professional. I'm like, professional passed it within 4 days. No, it says something about being professional, so I think that's why I bought it. I just thought that, maybe it was like some sped up version or something. I don't know, but I then realized that evaluation and the accelerators are two different things. If you guys go on MFF and search it up, it says professional. Does anybody trade the accelerated version of the funded stuff? What's your broker? I use BlueberryMarkets. BlueberryMarkets, link in the bio. Open a prompt firm, bro. It's already open. Prop firmed. Everybody got a prop firm on Twitter now. I see it everywhere. Crazy. Don's from a rich family. Is it your first day watching this? I did not come from a rich family, bro. Definitely did not. Brother, no. Yo, I wish. No, definitely not. You think my parents gave me 700K a trade with? No, definitely not. This happened over 5 years of my hard work. Definitely not from a rich family. If they just if they gave me a small loan of $1 million, that would be cool. But no, none. No, I haven't. I have been working for my money since I was like 8 years old. I was reselling when I was 8. I was saving up money. No, my bad. Not reselling when I was 8. I was saving up money since I was 8, buying my own consoles and devices as a kid. PSPs, Wii's, Nintendo Switches, all this, like, since I was a kid, right? And then as I grew older, when I was like 13, 14, I got into the reselling business, which was selling kicks, selling shoes, clothes, all that streetwear stuff. I was into that stuff way before. So I've always been a hustler since I was like 13, 11. I remember this chat. I used to go to like subway stations, right? And those stations in Toronto that I'll go to, like, Bloor and Young or like Pape Station and shit. And I'll do meetups, and like I'll literally do 2 meetups in a day. So let's say I message the first guy, I'll be like, hey, can I buy your kicks for so and so price? Let's say I bought like let's say infrared 6s, right? I bought them for maybe like 120, and then I'll message another guy. I'll be like, hey bro, I'm selling these infrareds. I'm selling these infrareds for 150, right? And then I just, on that same day, within the same hour, I'll go and link up with the first guy. Hopefully he's not late, and I'll buy the kicks, and then I'll go to the second guy right after in the same day using the same bus ticket, because if I use the same bus ticket, I don't get charged twice. I got a transfer I can use right within the same hour and a half in Toronto. That's how you use a bus station, the TTC. So I'll do all that within an hour and a half, and within one bus ticket, I made $30, and I was like lit. And I knew if I kept doing that, on a larger scale, I could eventually, make my own money. And yeah, but I've been a reseller since a kid, bro. Like, definitely did not get my own funds. Like, I worked a job too, right? When I was 16, that's the legal age to work. When I was 16, I got my first job. It was a grocery store, and I've been working there. I was working there for 3 years, I think, from 16 to 19. October 2019, and then I left until October 2019 to pursue my career in trading, or my full-time career, because I already made money. I made like, I think 20K before I left, which wasn't a lot, but as a kid, as a part-time student, 20K in your bank, I'm like, cool, I'm comfortable, I'm leaving, right? Obviously, looking back, like, would I quit with 20K nowadays? Probably not, right? But things got a little more serious nowadays. I'm older, I got things to pay for, I got a car and shit, so life is different now. But 20K liquid in cash at 19, I was like, lit, man. I'm good to leave and not work for the next at least year. And then took the risk to leave, and I never doubted myself, to be honest, right? I never got to the point where I doubted myself. There's been times where I got up there and then at one point almost lost it all again, but that's for a hard time in my life, but I was able to come back from that 10 times stronger. And now we are here, stronger than ever before. It's a podcast? Nah. But yeah, that's my little backstory. So no, I did not get money from my parents to trade. No, this 700K account was 140K in December 2022, or October 2022. My bad. August 2022, almost a year ago. And I was able to flip it to 700K within 10 months. And I did that all through the live streams. Or I did that every day on the live streams for the past 10 months. The same account, yes, I've seen. In the past, what I'll do is I'll switch my account up every month, right? But then I kept the same account throughout the streams. And then hitting October or August again, I probably won't show my MT5 again because I want to trade in peace. Maybe. I might still show it. I don't know. But after a year, I can have, hopefully some more respect in the industry, because I don't own a broker. But then again, that's why That's why we started naming our setups and entries after like fruits and veggies, right? That was the reason why. Better not to show them the taxes. I don't think if I won't show my MD5, I could avoid taxes, bro. I still gotta report. I still gotta report my earnings to the government. You know. You think the government's watching some guy's 700K account? Nah, bro. The government got bigger things to look at than just 700K. This is nothing. Show off your MFF? What do you want me to show about the MFF? There's 2 accounts now. The first account, I already showed that other account on Friday. I posted a screenshot on Instagram. That account got resetted, right? Because I made the withdrawal, I upgraded my account, right? So every time you upgrade your account, they give you a new login and password. The second account is the other account now is sitting at 2%, but yeah, no, I haven't really, I had no trades this whole entire week. I should be able to tap the goal by, I don't know, probably next week. I should support you not showing to 5. It's different if I'd never shown to 5 before, but I did it for a whole year on streams. Like, no one's ever done that, you know. Or at least no one's done that was on their own broker, you know what I mean? Which is fine, but I just, you know, wanted to make sure I got this down. IRS knocked in someone's door. They're watching your earning retreat. Jerome definitely is watching. Jerome watches our stream every day. Jerome Powell III. What percentage do you pay in the US? I'm from Canada, so we pay different. It depends on your tax bracket. Search up Ontario's tax bracket. Broker name, brother. BlueberryMarkets. Someone link him. Someone link Michael Lawrence. For a whole year? I remember the first time I showed him to 5, everyone was so shocked. Everybody was so shocked. Then I showed my FX book for the first time. Everyone was so shocked as well. Because, you know, after some time, when you don't show up for some time, people are like, is this guy actually legit? Like, I knew what I was doing, right? Remember that one time when Thing came into our streams and he was like telling us to show my broker name or the name under my broker, and he was tipping him a bunch of money. He's like, hey, is this your account, man? I don't know if this is your account, Don. And then after, like, you know, I think after he donated me like his max limit, I'm like, okay, cool. Now it's time to show the account. Sorry for this question, but why 2 accounts? I got more than 2 accounts. It's just my portfolio. It's just money I put aside for trading, right? I don't put all my money into trading, but I put a chunk into my trading, and I just have it spread out across different accounts. Yeah. To be honest, I should start spreading over different brokers. That's what I should start doing. That's what I learned lately. I don't know, my next withdrawal, I might just withdraw and put it towards a different broker and test out a different broker. You see, I always want to test out different brokers. Like, Blueberry is great. Blueberry is you know, amazing. You know, I haven't had any issues. Maybe like a couple times where they shut down for a minute or 2 during the session. Other than that, they've been pretty good though. But I do want to test out more brokers. I want to see what these other brokers are saying. Oh, that amount is huge. You haven't seen huge, bro. Trust me. This amount is not huge. It may be huge to you, right? And I get that. But there's believe me or not, there's accounts out there on brokers that have M's 30, 20, 30, like, you know, 20, 30 M's, and they don't even own the broker. I've seen it. It's happened. Like, but this is nothing. This is very, like, people think that this account here is like, you know, top tier. Like, this is like #1 account on a broker. It's not. Like, this is definitely not. Definitely not top 10. Like, there's a bunch of people who trade and that are not on social media. Do you guys know that? A lot of traders who trade full-time are on social media. They're not on social media flashing their accounts. They're just trading for them, right? They're trading to trade. Those are the guys that have, you know, M's in their account, 20, 30 plus M's in their account. Like, you know, 5 M's, 6 M's. Like, this is nothing. Trust me. This is nothing. Maybe one day when I start playing professional music, my account will get up there to chat. What's gold doing here though? Hey chat, if you guys are enjoying the streams though, make sure you guys leave a like and sub to the channel. We're currently sitting at 352 likes, and I know we can definitely get to like chat at least 500, 600 likes here, minimum. 500 to 600 likes, maybe 1,000 likes. You know, I appreciate it. How you learn how to trade? Here's what you do. You go into charts every day, and you just you pick one session to trade every day, right? Whatever session that is, NYL Asian New York. You come to the charts, you sit down, and just pretend like before you start, to be honest, like before you get into the phase where you start to look for mentors, try things out yourself first and see what works best for you, because that's how you get more information about yourself and who you are as a trader, right? You then know more about yourself. So once you figure that out, all you really gotta do really is sit there and see, okay, well, what is the market doing here, and what is the market gonna do, right? Obviously you start off slow. Start off with like picking direction first. What direction is the market gonna go into? You then figure out after some time, after trial and error, you know, after some months, you might be like, okay, cool, well, I've been pretty accurate on my direction on price. Now how can I get better at my entries now? Okay, cool. So then you start making a journal, start journaling your trades, start typing in like your, let's say you have a couple setups now, you have a couple entries now, right, that you take. So then you set up on your spreadsheet those setups. Let's say you have these 5 setups and then you have these 5 entries. All you gotta really do is sit in the markets every day, wait for these setups to come to you, take them, and then record them on your charts. Record them on your charts, and then after, like, let's say 6 months, you would then get a decent percentage of your trades. Depending on how many trades you take, if you record every trade, you have a decent percentage of what you did in terms of win rate or whatever for that trade setup. So then, why is somebody always cutting grass in the morning? So then you could then just you know, look back at your stats after 6 months and say, okay, well, what needs to be worked on versus what is profitable, right? Obviously, you know, you want to eliminate the ones that aren't profitable, the ones that have a low win rate, or the ones that haven't been working out, and then you want to also focus on the ones who are winning, because you want to improve those wins as well. Again, you can't be satisfied in trading. You always have to be looking to get better and improving. So if you do that over time, you will improve your trading. And it's just the same rinse and repeat every day after that, to be honest, right? You're always looking to improve your strategy. Year one, some setups might be like 60%. Year 2, your setups might be 75 now. Year 3, it might be 80. Year 4 might be 85. Year 6 might be 90, right? So over the years you improve, but is that going to happen overnight? Probably not. You can't just sit down overnight, hop on a simulation, come back the next day and expect to be a changed person. You're not. There's things that you have to deal with on the live markets on a day-to-day basis, and that's going to grow you as a trader, and that's going to help you as a trader. But you have to be able to come to your charts every day, and you got to be consistent in coming to your charts, or else you would never figure that out about yourself, and you would never improve, right? So it takes time, but you know, you're eventually gonna get there if you really lock it in. If you really lock it in. Do you have a personal savior? One day you will leave everything behind. What does that mean? What is a personal savior? Explain that to me, because I have no idea what you mean. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. What do you mean by that? What's a personal savior? That sounds like one day I'll leave my soul arch out. some shit like that. What does that mean? Like one day I'll sell my soul or something? Like one day I'll switch up? Like what does that mean? You should do videos on small accounts for us that they don't have a big account. Here's my thing with that. It's like, my thing with that is like, this account, I'm always talking about percentages. Like I'm always talking about my percentages. I'm never talking about how much I made. Like only the people who, if somebody talks about their account and they're always saying like they're throwing out numbers like they're a newbie, like straight up, like people are just saying like, oh, you lost 20k, Don. What they should be asking or saying is, Don, you lost 3%, you lost 2.5%. You know why? Because when you look at percentages, you can look at percentages on any account size, whether it's a 100k account, a 100 mil account, or $100 account. 1% is 1%, right? So you gotta look at it from percentage standpoint, not a balance standpoint, because you can't relate to anybody. Everyone's balance here is different in their account that's on the stream, right? If you're saying numbers out, you know, then you're just a newbie. Like you haven't had enough experience in the industry yet. Straight up. So like what I'm saying is like for small accounts, there's nothing wrong with small accounts, but like if I'm making 3% per trade, or if I'm losing 3% per trade, you're also winning or losing 3% per trade as well, right? So if I were to make a video about smaller accounts, there's no point. It's like, just look at my account and look at the percentage, because I'm risking the same percentage on a small account versus a bigger account. If I had a 10k account or a $100 account, I'll be risking 2% per trade, which is $2 per trade, right? Same shit as a $200 account. I'll be risking $4 per trade, right? So like, yeah, like, you know, for me, there's no point. Like I remember I did we grew I think $100 to 1,000 in the single channel in like 2020 or something like that, and it took us like 8 months to finish that, or 7 months to finish that. And by the end of it, nobody stuck around. You know why? Because everybody was like, yo, this shit took too long, Don. It took you 8 months to grow $100 to 200k, or to $100 to $1,000. I'm like, yeah, that's like growing. What percentage is that? That's like 1,000 percentage, 1,000%. Chat, from 100 to 1,000, 1,000% within 8 months. And you're telling me that took too long. You're only saying that took too long because from $100 to 1,000 wasn't life changing to you, and that's fine. But if you can grow 100 to 1,000, you can then grow 100,000 to 1,000,000 on a larger scale. But you have to look at it from percentage standpoint. What did you do to grow 100 to 1,000? What strategy was it? Was it profitable? Was it long-term consistent? Or was it just a lucky couple of days that you had on the markets, right? You want to make sure it's actually consistent, because then if it's consistent, you can use that to scale any account size you want to scale towards your goals in trading, right? So that's why you gotta ask yourself as well. Because how many days have you had, you know, you grew your account from $100, or my bad, like let's say you grew your account from 1,000 to 5,000, 6,000 within a couple of days, especially a day like yesterday. But then when it comes to days like this today and things aren't moving as much, or a day like tomorrow when things might move steady, are you able to trade those days as well? Or did you just get lucky on an AGGRO day? Right? And that's when market cycles come in, because now you're able to understand all the market cycles throughout the years, and you're able to take advantage of each cycle, whether it's aggressive, whether it's slow, whether it's steady, whatever the case may be. You're now able to experience those situations, and you know how to handle your balance during those situations. You're not looking for a 20% account increase day because you had it one day, right? You understand now that, okay, cool, like I had an 85% account growth in December, and then next thing you know, today or the next month in January, I had a 20% account growth, right? I wasn't looking to make back 80%. I just traded the way I would normally trade, and that month just happened to be 80%. And then February came, we had no losses, and then it was like 4%, and then next month it was 14%, whatever it was. But like if you don't focus on, you know, those large numbers, trading will be a lot easier for you to trade. Are you big on fundamentals? I wouldn't say big, but I do take account for fundamentals for sure. I do take account for fundamentals always. Always looking for ways to take advantage of the volume from fundamentals, from news and folders like that. Details for Miami. I'm pretty sure there was an email sent out. No? Was it not an email sent out? It was sent out yesterday, right? Hold on, was it sent out yesterday? Yeah. Was it sent out? I mean, I'm looking at the email. I don't know if it was sent out though. I'm pretty sure it was sent out. For those who had it in person. Wait, are you talking about the in person? Or are you talking about the what are you talking about? The mouse pads, in person, which ones? I know, but you would react different to different account sizes. You see, like, I can see where you're coming from when you say that. Like, when you say like, oh, if you were to have if you were to make $100 in a day versus 10K in a day, you'd obviously be more excited about 10K in a day. But like, it's just the principles though. Like to be able to appreciate 10K in a day, you gotta be able to appreciate the $100 in a day first, because you gotta build your way up. You can't just expect to change your life within a trade. Like, because by the time you make 10K in a day, your life it's not gonna be a life-changing trade. You know why? Because you're able to scale up your account till the point where 10K was a regular for you, right? But you have to be able to scale it up first. So you need to get there first. You need to go through the $100 a day, then $500 a day, then $1,000 a day, right? You're scaling up, and then obviously you make your way up towards 10K a day, right? But you're not gonna go from $100 a day to obviously making 10K a day the next day, right? And that's the thing. You can't compare yourself to what these guys make on social media. It's irrelevant. And that's why I don't want to show MT5 anymore, because people just compare themselves to me, when like that's not the focus. Like, you know, you shouldn't be comparing your account size to whatever I got. Some people in the chat got way bigger account sizes than me. But like you're like, you know, it's not gonna be life changing. Like you're not gonna go from $100 to 10K in a day within 24 hours. You might, but are you able to sustain that? You know, like how sustainable is growing $1,000 to 10K within 24 hours? Not very sustainable. You might make it today, you might lose it tomorrow. And guess what? When you lose it tomorrow, you're gonna be pushed back 10-20 steps, because you're now gonna feel very greedy, and you're gonna say shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But yeah, like if you got to a K to 10K within 24 hours, you know that was very, very lucky, right? It's not something sustainable. It's not, you can't just have a 900% account increase on a daily basis. It's not that sustainable. Imagine you had $1 million. Would you want to grow that $1 million to 100 million within a day? Probably not. You know, that's something you probably wouldn't want to do, because there's a lot of risk on the line of losing that account size. And it might be easier now, right? Because you have $100 and you're like, fuck it, it's just $100. Like I can just make this any day I want. But that's the point. Like that, it's just the principles though. Like you have to maintain that discipline throughout your small account, all the way throughout when you have a bigger account size to trade with. You can't just expect to, go aggressive now, and then when you get to your balance, start to try in trading. Like a lot of traders do that. They have a small account. They want to over leverage it, and in the moment they get to their goal or balance they need to get to, like, okay, let me start trying now. Let me actually start locking it in for real. Like, no, you should be locking it all the way through, because you'll be able to trade any other account size after that, right? Because then when it comes to the time we gotta lock it in now, or try now, what are you trying to do now? You got here because you weren't trying, or because you wanted to be lucky, and now that you're at a point where you got to where you want to be, you don't want to be lucky no more. You don't have that skill set to not be lucky, because you got there being lucky, right? Of course it's possible. $100 to 1,000? Yeah, I did that within 8 months. Of course it's possible. $8 months from $100 to 1,000. That's pretty good. That's pretty aggressive too, though. If you think about it, that's like 900%. That's pretty aggressive, but it's possible. And then obviously 1,000 to 10K, and 10K to 100K. It's all possible. But guess what? Once you have the skill, all of that will be very possible. But you have to develop the skill first. Didn't receive the email. All right, I don't think it got sent yet. Then let me ask. Give me a whole new perspective. No worries. Yeah, gold doesn't do much for chat. Like this 30-minute candle, this 15 candle is just like, there's one thing I've noticed though, is that you've been respecting this resistance all along. Like I really want to see if we can just grab liquidity before driving down here. That's all you really need, right? This is just your resistance here. It shows that you have a pretty strong resistance here. Obviously there's a 4-hour resistance here as well, which you have never closed above before. You can easily just at any given point just pop up, grab liquidity, and still close bearish below, right? And that is a possibility. Like this can happen today, and if this were to happen today, and that indicates volume, and that's when your session really starts. Right now the session hasn't started yet. It's just dead range right now, and you have no movements. But once that happens, maybe in 5 minutes here, you have volume, you could then actually lock it in and wake up for the NY session. We're just chilling here. Same thing at GJ. It's just doing the same thing. It's just chilling. It's hanging around. Let's see what 820 does, because if 820 does that, we can have sell stops in about 5 minutes. It should be pretty interesting. All you have to understand really is this today. Like if you can understand this today, it'll be a lot easier for you to trade today. Understand what's happening here, right? Understand what's happening here. Understand what could happen here, because you have rejections here, right? Like understand this top wick. Where was it in the past? It was here, here, or let's just say here, because that's what happened when it dropped down, right? So same can happen here before we drop down. And if it doesn't, then understand what it could fill today, 26, 24. And then we can take sells below, you know, 30 and such. But those are things you gotta understand today. Somehow the first thing I see when I open up Wix, when I open up the cameras, is just Wix licking on some shit. Blah blah. Where are the real money trades? Saying the same thing over and over. You know what's funny? You asking that question, it makes me say the same thing over and over. Look back at our last 4 years, brother. What you mean? All you really gotta do is put a little bit of effort, you know. Just go back in the past and just look at things that happened in the past. That's all you really gotta do. Just a little bit of effort, you know. I can't explain everything on one stream. Do you believe in smart money concepts? Of course I do. I believe in all concepts. SRC, DRC, or DSC. Wait, what's it called again? No. SDC. I believe in all concepts. I believe all concepts work. Professional trading really is about. Why don't you ever mention ICT? Because the moment I say something good about ICT, someone in the chat says something bad about me. I can't say anything, good or bad. Do you guys know that those videos, chat, when like you know that one video of let me show you guys, because this is what it reminds me of. Like whenever someone asks me about different strategy, this is how I feel.
See you there. It's Lil Baby here. Tune in to the Billboard Music Awards and see me present the award for Top Hot 100 Song presented by Rockstar Energy. See you there.
That's exactly how I feel when I talk about when someone asks me, "Yo, Don, how do you feel about this person?" If I don't say the right words, it's over. So I gotta make sure I say whatever they want me to say. But realistically, is it really how I feel? I don't know. I just don't want to be part of any drama. Hey, it's Lil Baby here. Make sure you tune into Rockstar Energy tonight. Ooh, comics open here. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. What up, Wix? You haven't said a thing to us.
What's the deal?
No, what's the deal? None.
I think.
And why do every time you come, there's volume every single time? The moment you hop on the streams, it's just a push in volume. What do you have?
I got the volume indicator.
Word. You might get a 5 closure here. You do have the volume indicator. I do believe that. Looks like you're just gonna fill 26 here with the 4-hour candle here. Because if you were to reject, I'm assuming you wouldn't break the lows at 29 here or close below here in about 4 minutes. So I believe, chat, in 5 minutes, or if you close below, I'm just gonna take a sell off the rip, coming down to fill 26, because the 4-hour candle will have a wick fill, right? And you have a wick fill towards that 24, 26, and then eventually 22. Might not be too shabby.
You had a really nice session here so far. I came in here, I thought you were looking at my Asian session for a second.
No, for real. The moment, literally just 5 minutes ago though, like I was the whole morning we're just chilling. But now it's time to lock it in though, for real. This is when the session really starts, chat. This is when you really gotta wake up. What I play? Beats to relax and study too. Nice. What?
Nothing. I like randomly laughing so people get jealous and they ask me why I'm laughing.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely that type to do that. Yeah, for sure. Why are you laughing? Wait, what? Tell me. What's up?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Well, why
you
you
won't
laughing?
understand.
No, don't worry. What up, Jay? Good. How's it going?
Jay kicks his family out every morning so he could trade. Y'all better stay out.
I'm trying to lock it in here. I'm waiting for his closure.
Doorstep and shit. That's what I do. I kick my kids straight out the office. Karate chop.
Honestly, we might just retrade. We might just fill the range at 25 here, and then you may make your way down towards 1920, 1919 today on a daily. Because if you were to grab liquidity, I would have expected it to grab by now. But if you're just pushing down here, NY session opening, like look left, you might just come down all the way down 1919, 1920 today. Might be a back-to-back aggressive day in about 50 seconds.
They heard
chat.
me. Jay's fam heard me. They're like, "What he say?" Yo, tell him to repeat that shit.
Wow, yesterday I had a signal pre-typed. Today I have the same price points. I don't even gotta retype it.
You didn't have the 1926 level though yesterday.
Only issue is where it stops in the B here, but
I got 1930 flat here, 1930.03.
I got 31. Might be 37, 615.
Scroll a little to the left here.
I don't got time. I got 18 seconds here. I got 19, not 31. I believe below there should fill the ranges at 26, 25 with the 4-hour candle. Because the 4 counts, all 4 counts have all been respected, right? And this count just drove down. This count should just fill the rest of the range here with the comics open.
But but you have a level right there at the tip of that wick, so you can fill the wick. And
all right, chat. Getting in sells here. Market execution off the rip as you opened up here. So gone sells here. Gone sells here. No slippage because we got off the rip. And our TP here is going to be, our target here is going to be, oops, not in buys, for sure not. Our sells here, target is going to be 19, 22, 20-ish levels with the daily, right? Because as you can see, the daily is driving down here, the 4 hours driving down here, so that's our target. And then I'll say stops are going to be above these highs here, above 1937. But we'll manage risk if we start to close above 35. I believe anything above 35, that'll be the 1 hour flip and we'll make our way back up. But this count should continue to drive down towards like 1926 minimum. So I don't want to be too aggressive stops to break even here. The moment you tap 26/27 is when I'll move stops to break even here. So the moment we tap into this red line here. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and put that red line right here so it's easier for you guys to look at. But this is your break even point, 26.029-ish in those ranges there, right? What are we in? Nice. Why does it keep doing that? should be able to tap 27.029 here in about a couple seconds as you're coming down here. There's really clean traffic till then, right? There's really nothing stopping price here. And it's only the only thing that can pull back is a 9:30 candle or the 8:30 candle, but that's in about 3 minutes here. So we should be able to tap 27 before the 3-minute mark, and then the new 30-minute candle should open up around like 26.900 or in those zones there. But look left from the 4, look up from the 1. If you can break below 27 before the 30-minute candle closes up, you're gonna see a spike down towards the 25 mark, right? By then we'll put our stops in profit and everything, right? But perfect. Now is the time you want to manage risk here. So now I'm gonna move my stops to break even, make this a risk-free trade. As for like chilling stops and profit, not quite yet. I want to see if we can tap 27 here. Or you know what? You actually might pull back for this 30-minute candle. So let me see if I can trail something here. I think I'm gonna trail to 5 in profit, just the highs for now. And then once you pull back for the 30-minute candle, I'm gonna look to trail it again. Because we're gonna create a bottom wick here probably, and then we gotta create a top wick for the new 30-minute candle. So once all of that happens and forms, we can then just look to manage risk again. But look at the 4. I had 29 on the dot flat.
The 28.7.
If you can flip and break the lows here, this would be amazing. And am I get stopped LB? Nope. What'd you have again, sir? 28.7?
Yeah.
Ooh, might be good here. 1928. The only thing I'm worried about here is a pullback here, chat, for the 30-minute candle. But once you pull back and once you opened up, you should be good to drive.
There's a lot of volume. Next 30 might just drive straight down.
Yeah. But there again, we can't, like, even though there's a lot of volume, chat, we can't we can't ignore the fact that you have support at 27 here, right? You can't ignore that. All right, so I think we got out there. Yeah, so we got out there. We're out to trade then. I think we peaked what? What did we peak? Like 17-ish?
10 flat.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the 4-hour chat.
I'm just waiting on a 30. That's it.
If you look at the 4-hour chat, there's a possibility we may be able to drive before the 4-hour close. Because look, there is a wick here. If you look left there, at these levels, the moment you break that wick, you should see a spike down towards 1922 or 1920. I don't see why not, right? But this 30-minute candle is gonna pull back, I'll assume, in 30 seconds here and create a top wick. Yeah, but we got out there. We secured like I think 5, it's just 5 pips or something like that. Nothing crazy. But that's the pullback right there. So that's the pullback, and this candle now should be able to close below most recent, which is like around here. But after it pulls back, it's gonna create another top wick, and if it does create another top wick, then we might have another entry. But I want to see a top wick towards 33 now for liquidity being grabbed for popping down. Otherwise, the 1 hour is on reflip bullish, right? Yeah. We should see a top wick. I don't see why not. Okay, so we're coming up and creating a top wick here. We should be able to see like 33 get tapped here, probably, chat, or what is this? Yeah, 33 get tapped there, right? So that's the top wick I'm talking about. If it breaks the highs at 36 and then the reflips, we'll have a sell stop. But I'll probably wait for a top wick to be created now for the 1 hour kind of high, because you barely had one, right? And if you do flip on the 4 hour candle, then there's a high possibility this 4 candle might close like, bearish or bullish below 37. And the next 4 candle we'll see what the next 4 candle does. But if it does end up flipping bullish, then you may see that form. And there's a possibility it might even close above the range as well. So you gotta be open to that in this situation here. This previous 5 had no top wick, so it closed with no top wick, and now it's just popping up. It created a top for the previous 5, I guess you can say, but I want to see it create a topic for this area because that's the 1 hour highs, right? So if it flips, it would flip here. It wouldn't reflip bullish. If it does reflip bullish, then what you'll probably see is might see your prices make a way back up towards like 27 and then hover around here until the NYC open, which we can take buys above later on. Yeah, but no one should be in positions right now, right? We drop another 300 pips today. Huh. Let's see, because like I'll assume that if you were to drive, you probably wait for the 4 hour close. If the 4 count ends up closing below the ranges, then yeah, there's a possibility you can drop today. But it really comes down to what this 5-minute count does here, or what this 30-minute count does here, because this 30-minute count could literally just come all the way back up, you know, close above the ranges, or it can look to respect the resistance and start to head back down. So this will determine what the 4 count does. At least to then the 30-minute flip, the 1 hour flip, at least to the 4 hour close, right? And at least the day flip as well, because that it's roughly around the same levels here. 34,897 is the 1 hour flip, the 4 hour flip, and also the daily flip as well. So as all that is happening, it could determine a lot here. But WW risk manager for sure. Let's see if we get in our position though. But you understand this, chat, like whatever decision you make, you know, you have to be like stuck in that position. You can't just make a decision and then all of a sudden price doesn't go along with your decision after. And let's say we were to, in this case, move off 5% profit, and then price were to drive down, we hit break even and price drives another 100 pips. We have to be able to say, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like that's completely fine. That was my decision, and that's the decision I'll be making long term. If you can't say that, that means you're not consistent yet. That means you don't have that experience yet to go through those times and experiences yet, right? But if you're able to sit there and say, okay, cool, I moved stocks to break even, and I got out of break even, and this thing drove 100 pips, and I'm completely fine with that because I know tomorrow I'm taking the same approach again, you're good. But if you were in a situation now where you're like, oh man, I wish I should have held, or I wish I should have closed up earlier, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If you're using that in your vocabulary in trading, that means you're not consistent yet. You don't have that skill yet, right? So you have to be able to be very, you know, strict with yourself in those situations and just be changing up. Because it would be so easy, right, to say, it would be so easy to say, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? What happened with email? I don't know if we sent it out yet. You'll get something, bro. Don't worry. You'll get something. Like you'll get something for sure. Don't stress. I'm asking if they sent it out yet. I thought they did, but I guess not. If you didn't get it yet, because you would have got it too. I got everybody's emails. When we do a market order, how you know what price opens at? The candle opening. So the reason why oh wow, that is a nice 5-minute candle. That 5-minute candle just closed bearish at respecting or after grabbing liquidity here.
Close below everything.
Did it close below 28.840 here?
Yes. Barely.
You can close. It closed below there. It closed below there. 29.40. But if this 5-minute candle came all the way up, broke all the highs, now it's coming back down here, closing bearish, I would assume that you'll have a continuation of price to retest the lows.
Oh, where are these fucking flies coming from?
Wow, this 5 had no top wick. This 5 then closed bearish at resistance, right? So now this 5 here should continue to make its way down here towards 1922 here. On the rebreak, the 4 lows too, right? Wow, so now you have clean traffic straight down, chat. towards 1922. 5-minute closure in about 3 minutes here. So if we can close in the 5 here, might get a position again.
Might be off the rip too. The 30's already got a top wick here.
It might be just be here. Yeah, it might be off the rip below 26. There's a support at 26.437. Or my bad, 26.290. So you want to see a closure. How much was this wick fill? This wick fill is like what, 20 pips? Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, you want to see a closure here. This is a very nice 4-hour close too. You want the 4 kind of close below 28, right, chat? Like below the support here. As long as it does that, the next count should mirror 1920, 1913. Because you're at this point, right? Like right now you're sitting at this point. Like this is where you're at. Like this right here is basically just this right here, just this right here. That's all that really is. This right here is printing, right? Every time you printed those wicks there, grab liquidity, you're able to make your way down to retest the lows. And this should be a drive. Let's see, 1.5 minutes. Let's see if we can close.
Wow.
Can you say hi to prove that you're not a robot? Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Let's see if the funny got slipped. I don't think the funny account got slipped. Obviously not. Yeah, no, I did not. But you know why? Because the funding uses demo servers, and that's why you don't get slipped on funded accounts.
That's a damn lie.
Unless you're using some sketched one. Right, Wix?
That's a damn lie.
That's a damn lie, boy. Boy, if you don't. 2.1k viewers and less than 600 likes. Yeah, you signal hoppers. What are you guys doing? If you guys enjoy the streams though, for real, leave a like, sub to the channel. Forget that trade, forget like what we did. Just understand the breakdown, right? Understand how we got in, how we got out, what we managed risk on, why we managed risk, why did we move our stops to in profit, why didn't we just leave our break even, right? Like how I used the 1 minute there to manage risk, like things like that. You want to really understand, right? I remember getting a huge slip on FTMO up to a year ago. Like a crazy slip. Who drew this? Yeah. I mean, you slippage you can't avoid, right? Like those things you can't avoid. Sometimes though, they might manipulate your slippage for sure. That's a possibility as well, because these funding companies want you to fail, right? So sometimes they might just spike you up or spike you down just to get you out, even though you didn't hit stops yet. It's happened. And guess what? You can't do nothing about that if that were to be the case. People like, yeah, due to the market conditions during this time period, there's a huge spike in the markets, and
So what you're saying is
4 win is less than 2 losses. So what you're telling me is you have selective seeing. What you're telling me is that this is all you see. Is this all you see? Forget the rest of the screen.
No choice.
This is all we're gonna look at, Don. Forget the rest. Forget what you did in the last 10 months. Let's look at your $30 win and your 20K loss. Yep. Seems legit. Not a profitable trader, of course. Not a guru in the market.
And Wix. And Wix. Let's look at the 20K loss and Wix.
Yep, and Wix. Matter of fact, let's just put Wix right next to the 20K loss. Yep. Yep, Don. That's it. Nope. I just knew it. I knew you weren't profitable all along. I knew it. I knew
See
it.
this shit right here? This shit right here?
Trading is a... Man, I knew it. Can you lose more than to win? Yeah, if you look at this. But the moment you look at this, different story now, right? Again, selective seeing, right? It's a real thing.
But it's a real illness with no cure.
Selective seeing. How GJ? GJ hasn't moved yet, to be honest. We can't really do much on GJ. Yeah, chat. This 15 might close bearish here, but just be cautious. It is the last 15 to 4 account, so I'll wait for the 4 account to close, and we'll look for more positions afterwards. All right. Well, all we gotta do really is hope that the 4 account closes with the bottom wick. Really, as long as the 4 account closes bottom wick and below the range, we should be good. Should be good to drive.
You guys actually make money? Yes. Paycheck on Friday, baby. Wix can be my pilot today. Yeah, everybody lock it in. We'll be lifting off in reverse today.
Oh yeah, what did you guys do yesterday for Asian?
Are you really asking that? I can tell you. I can show you. You want to see? Wait, put me on the right screen and I'll show you.
You're on the right screen. What you mean?
No, I'm on the wrong screen. Chat. He's got us on Trading View on Zoom, and he's on MT5.
Oh yeah, there you go. My bad. My bad.
Right here. This was the Monster Asian session. Right, oh wait, you moved it right there.
Fuck, that was ginormous. That was such.
We had a 20 pip range, and we stayed in it.
AGGRO. Yo, you could just bought at resistance sort of support during the whole session. Would have made 100 pips. 100 pips, Wix.
More.
You missed out on.
More. It bounced off like 8 times, 20 pips each.
You missed the move,
like
bro.
$1.60 easy. I missed 8.
Missed the fucking move. I got buys and sells yesterday. Matter of fact, my slippage probably break even. Yo, you trade that range yesterday, chat. Your whole account would just got you would just paid commissions to the broker. To be honest.
Could have made all that money.
Yeah, all that money.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Straight up.
When we're trading, should you withdraw your profits or should you stay in your balance? To be honest, it's all personal preference. Sometimes you gotta pay for stuff. Sometimes you want to make a big payment, you withdraw a bigger chunk. To be honest, everything in my trading is systemized, right? The only thing that's not systemized is my withdrawals. I just withdraw whenever I feel like it. That's the only thing in my trading that involves me to feel. Like, when it comes to taking positions or when it comes to managing risk, like it's never based off of feelings. But when it comes to withdrawals, yes, it's just based off how I feel that day. Like, do I want to withdraw? When I want to withdraw? How much do I want to withdraw? It's just random to me. Like, I have no system for withdrawals. It just sort of happens. Everyone's different though. Some people like to withdraw weekly. The reason why I don't like doing it weekly is because not every week is guaranteed profits. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm like, okay, every week on a Friday, I want to withdraw because I want to pay this bill, that bill, and such, right? I'm able to be in a comfortable position where I don't have to do that. So God bless for that. But then again, it also just adds pressure because now you're like, okay, I need to make so amount for me to withdraw. And how are you going to determine how much you're going to make for the week and how much you're going to withdraw before you even open up the charts? Because there might be weeks where it's aggressive and there might be weeks where things are just plain out straight range and you're not able to make your percentages. What are you going to do then? Force trades, take lower probability positions now because you want to make that amount to withdraw. You know what I mean? So that's why for me, it comes just, I guess it makes sense then. It just comes random whenever my balance hits whatever point, right? Because there's no like estimated time on when my balance is gonna hit a so-and-so amount. Like, who knows? This account might hit 1 million next week, could hit 1 million in 6 months, right? But I have no goals or no targets for when that's gonna happen. So that's why for me, like, withdrawals is just like random. It's based off just the account growth whenever it is done. But yeah, unless you gotta make a big purchase, and yeah, you know, I'll make a withdrawal. But until I actually gotta make a big purchase, nah. A big purchase and, like, you know, buying some shit, buying a car or something, investments, need liquid, need cash. Hold on, I didn't get to dock that trade. That trade was that was just a breakout chat, I'm pretty sure. My bad. That trade there was, I think it was a breakout on the 5 on the flip. So just this is the trade, right? We had a 80% win rate, or 89 on the 5 this year. Our last 2 years, the flip was 9% and the breakout was 82%. So this and this win rate, that trade was like an 87, 86 ish, right? I'll say 86.5 winning trade probability wise, which is not bad. Could be better, but it is what it is. Could improve. That was at what, 830 or 825 actually.
Can you dock the -90? We lost the first trade of the month. He did.
It's already up there. It's right here.
What?
You think I'm just, like, you know, hiding? Is the pips under your lifetime stream records minus your losses? No, that's including losses. Lifetime on
What?
stream? Matter of fact, I gotta update that as well. On stream, see, we have I think we're the only streamers with, like, these records. Oh wait, no, I gotta update that. Yeah, because I updated the loss on the thing. That is actually 1987. But yeah, that's the lifetime. Wait, no, 1980, 91, because the thing today. Yeah, no, oops. That's all there.
Your stop loss is bigger than your take profit. Why is that? Don said this yesterday. Many ways to skin a cat, and we skin a cat.
When the hell did I say that? when did I ever say many ways to skin a cat? That's funny. Yeah,
I just don't want to attribute random quotes to nobody. So, Don said,
Don said,
this moment, that's how we skin one. And my cat just left the room. That boy ran. To skin a cat? It's gone.
You good now? Go brush your teeth, Kieran. That's funny. Are you in any trades? No, I'm not. I am not in any trades. We're waiting here for the 4-hour closer. That should give us more info here. Same with the 1-hour close. I would assume that if the 1-hour candle closed the way it is, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Wix? You break the highs in the next 1 hour, and then you have sell stops right after, and that'll be perfect. Gold is moving like a bitch, brother. You gotta stop blaming the markets and blame yourself. I hate when people say these things like, "Oh, the markets are playing with me." Bro, no,
You're
markets are playing with you. You are playing with yourself. Like, when people say stuff like, "Oh, markets are manipulating me. Markets are playing with me. They play too much." Like, no one is playing too much, bro. Just get better as a trader, right? Just improve. Look for ways to adapt and adjust. You know, stop blaming others when you should blame yourself.
Don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up. I'm not even saying that to be rude, right? It's just like that's the reality. Like, you have no one to blame but yourself. Stop blaming the market. Stop blaming Jerome. You know, Jerome's not going to do anything to your account size, right? Just learn to adapt and adjust, and over time you will get a better hang of it, and you will start blaming the markets. You start blaming yourself for every mistake or everything that you do, right? You think I blame anybody except for my mentor Don? Where's my mentor in the chat? Is he here today too?
Don's mentor?
Yeah, is he here? He's who we're gonna blame. No, but for real, like, there's no one else to blame but yourself, right? For everything you do. Stop saying the markets are, you know, playing with you. Like, gold is just moving regular today. Like, if you have enough experience in the markets, you understand that this is a regular movement. This has happened before in the past. It's not brand new, you know. It's not something new. It's happened before. Many situations you will discover through time and experience on the markets, but you have to be able to sit there through those sessions, through those experiences, to be able to understand them, right? And that's why it's so key to come every day to your charts and not just come whenever things are popping, because you won't get used to the times when we do move on a regular. Like, this is a regular movement. It's nothing special about this movement here.
Well, that's not a good emotion to have. Markets are playing, like, right? You get emotional. Let's say you're letting the market control how you feel. Like, you shouldn't get in the trade at that point, because you're going to manage it the same way. Stay out right now.
Yeah. It's all through experience. That's all that is. Breakdown GJ, I already did earlier. I don't think it did anything yet. Like, I broke down GJ already. I said I explained, I drew every scenario that I would take today, but it hasn't formed yet. And wow, that 5 for the previous high. If this 5 can close below 929, that'll be big for this 4-hour candle close. Most recent is here, right? 31. So as long as it closes below 31, but close below 31, create a top wick at 34.
I mean, it could still close at it and have the smaller time frame start closing below.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see 1940 get tapped here for a top wick, and then we just start spamming sells down on the 4-hour flip. Because if you look left there, if you look at this, like, I'm looking at this right here. Every time you drove down towards 20, you were able to tap this first, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if you're closing below here, can you come up, grab liquidity there, and just drive down towards 20? Because then on the 4-hour candle close, we can just start spamming sells. Well, spamming, but we can start taking sells. If you close respecting though, then it might be a tough session, I'll say that. We might just spend the rest of the session
Arranging, yeah.
or get a fake out even flip on the daily, and then daily might just do what we said yesterday, where it just might close doji or something, and then tomorrow candle will drive. You gotta think ahead, right, Chad? You gotta plan for what's next, and yeah, because it has to make sense to you. There has to be a story being told.
We spoke about this on the Asian session, that we might even close bullish on the daily, but as long as the daily respects the most recent resistance, right?
38.
Even if it closes bullish, yeah, we can close bullish and respect it, and still tomorrow we'll end up just having the seller replay, wick special coming down on the break of the lows, on the break of all the wicks.
I mean, that's what I've noticed, right? I've said how, like, every time, like, usually when you have an algorithm, when you're expected to have a breakout day, the day after is the day that moves. So it's like today,
yeah, the daily tends
day.
to hold. Sometimes on price action, if we break out of a zone, you might drive, especially on gold, on volatile pairs, US 30, stuff like that. But on the dailies, it seems to hold, create support, and then break support for a confirmed drive, for a stronger drive.
Yeah. I mean, if we could get the sample size positions that we've been sample sizing above 33, we'll take it above 33. But for that to form, right, chat? Like, because right now there is a resistance being formed right around here, or there is a resistance here at 33, 34 levels. And if you were to close above, right, like this, and then you close like bearish, respecting, and then the next candle closes back above the ranges or starts to, you know, break the highs, then we can take buys above here going up towards here, because then we'll look to mirror this push here to the left back into the ranges, right? And that'll be the 4-hour top wick as well. So there's possible buys we can take above 33, but we need structure to form first on the smaller time frame. That can take anywhere to 15 or 20 minutes. It won't be at 9 a.m. though, I'll tell you that. It'll probably be at 9:30 if anything, 9:15 maybe. And then we can take buys going up above 33 to push up towards 39.40. Or option number 2, we can just take sells on the 4-hour candle after you get a top wick at 40 anyways. So it doesn't really matter what happens here, but we would need liquidity, I'll say, before driving in any direction. And we can take buys to be part of that liquidity, or we can take sells after you grab liquidity, or we can take both. We might take buys and then take sells, you know, during the session. So just focus on this 4-hour close though in 26 seconds. I heard if you focus enough, you can then see a closure below the range, but you gotta really focus to close below 31 here. Is everybody focusing? You have 16 seconds to focus. Focus. If you don't focus hard enough, this candle's gonna close above. 5.
So what you're
4,
saying is
3, 2. Okay, good. You guys focus good. All right. Everybody's focused. Everybody's good here. It looks like you are now closing below this range here. With that being said, I would assume that we'll drop down here towards 1920, but you would need a top wick. Again, looking left, 1940 could be the case before dropping down here. And that'll also be the re-break of the day highs. That'll be the reflip. So if we can reflip bullish and then reflip bearish and then break the lows, man, you are gone all the way down to 1914. All right, chat. But that is what I'm expecting now. This is the first time you're closing below the range here in forever. So just expect liquidity before dropping down, right? Because you need to grab liquidity here. And this is what's going to happen here if you do come up and create a top wick, all right? This would be perfect. But you need this. All right, I'll see you guys at 1 p.m. I'm kidding. We're here till 1 p.m. Right, Wix?
What?
Yeah. Isn't today the 24-hour
People don't
stream?
come back here at 1 p.m. like, what are you doing? Who, me?
Oh, me? Just hanging around.
Nothing. The 24-hour stream today? So you just go
Yeah, 24-hour stream
ignore me
today.
like I mean. Nice, nice. W.
Where's a top wick? It might not create a top wick now off the rip, right? It might come down, create a bottom wick, and then bullish later on. Just be cautious here on this 4 candle though. Don't get FOMO here. The last thing you want to do in this candle is get FOMO. So you're gonna get FOMO. Let's say traders usually get FOMO in about 5 seconds here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's our FOMO. So now they enter a position,
FOMO hitting.
and now they just pull back, right? And now when they pull back, they're gonna say, oh, markets are playing with me. The markets play too much. Man, the markets aren't playing too much.
Where's all the I ain't gonna lie people at?
I ain't gonna lie, Don, but it was looking good.
I just closed 10 pips. I ain't gonna lie.
I just closed here. I ain't gonna lie, looking sweet. It's looking a little sweet, not gonna lie. How's the day been in chat? What did you guys do today? What did you guys make? What did you guys lose? I just basically had a break-even day so far.
Yeah, but your last loss was a Honda Civic.
Honda Civic? In what country? In my country, that shit's like 40K.
Damn. Since when do Civics get up above 40K, bro?
I swear Civics are like 35, 40, no?
No
Oh, that's in
way.
Canada currency. In America, it's like 27, 25.
For a
24.
Civic?
Yeah. A Civic in Canada is like 50. Or, my bad, 35. Right?
I don't know. I think they're on like Craigslist, like free if you just pick them up.
Just picked them up for
Just
free.
kidding, Rudo. Just get it off my lawn, yo. Get that shit off my.
Man. Type R? Oh, Type R is going for 4 to 5K. Yeah. Type R's, the racing dudes, yo. Every time the Pacific pulls up, it's like
I'd be like, bro, you're parking. Why is it doing that while you're parking? Had a homie sleeping in his car. You want to hear some real wisdom? Peep game. You can sleep in a car. Can't race a house.
I saw that
Which was
yesterday.
Yeah.
Toodles.
How much horsepower is in this Type R chat?
Are you the dude selling the RSX?
280 to the wheels.
So many different colors.
Crazy.
This is all new color shift Tiguan.
Why does it have 2 different wheels?
Ever heard of a drag pack?
What are the holes in the hood for?
These cars make about 900 horsepower, 300 for each hole.
Oh man. Buy your 2015 Civic for 29K new? What in what country? As I did that in chat. Oh yeah, they'll send you email. Yeah, I got you, bro. Don't worry. If worst case, bro, just DM me the stuff. Don't worry. I know who you are.
Wick's got the beetle. Word. I have a lime green beetle. I had a truck and I exchanged it for a newer truck.
A G63?
Show me where I can get a new. No. Show me where I can get a new type. You know what the fuck I drive, bro.
Oh man. Yo, Chad, though, I appreciate you guys for being here today. We have 2100 stream hoppers. No, I'm kidding. 2100 DVS members. And we have 613 likes. If we can just get just a little bit of likes, chat, you know, just for that trade that we took, you know, with a little breakdown. Just 400 more likes, you know, that's all we ask. Just 400. I know it's doable. Just 400. Can you explain it real quick how to go to regulated broker? I'm from Canada, so I can trade it on a regulated broker. But if you're from America, then you can't trade it on a regulated broker. Yeah, I'm from Canada. Canada, you can trade gold. I think you could trade gold on a regulated US, but you gotta have a leverage of 150, or you can't at all. I don't know, but yeah. Usually unregulated brokers for gold traders. Be honest. Honest question, do you ever smoke? I don't know what that is. What you mean? Smoke on this gold pack? Use Hecker trade for US. You can leverage 1 in 500 if needed. No free promo. Donna's PR train. Wix is PR train too, right?
What? What did you say?
Are you PR trained?
PR trained.
So y'all just gonna watch gold casually drop here? Yes, we are. The day. Okay, here's the thing. The daily, beautiful. The weekly, beautiful. The monthly, beautiful. The 4 hour, beautiful. The 1 hour, beautiful. The 30, yeah, 15, yeah, 5 minute, eh. Well, the 4 count is too, you know, because no top wick. But the daily is beautiful though. If you were to come to the chest for the first time, take a look at the daily, you'll take an impulse position right here. It's just clean range to come down towards 1919, but the 4 hour flip is what you gotta worry about now. I'm trying to see if we can take buys above 32 here. Back into the range.
Yeah, but you know it's not gonna do that till we get 1,000 likes. It needs 1,000 likes for the pullback, chat.
Chat, I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds here. Wix will take over for a bit, for 2 minutes. When we come back, I appreciate if we can see 200 likes. 200.
About to close. Is he gone? Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, boy. You know the deal. Asian session, 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. To be a lot of fun. I think if we didn't drive last night, today's the day. Tonight's the night. So we'll be back live for Asian session at 8 p.m. tonight. We're almost at 100K subs. We're on our way to 100K subs, almost there. So go to the channel and go sub. Where's Green? Oh, there he is. He dropped the link. My bad, Green. London session, and yeah, the private Zoom, it might happen tonight for the London session, or the London session might happen tonight for the private Zoom, right? So So if you're part of Wix table, we'll probably run the London session to make up for the Sunday Unfiltered tonight. Yeah, it's like it's an unfiltered, right? So you guys can open up your cams, open up your mics, and we'll just have a discussion. It's gonna be on YouTube, but I'll make it public after the stream. Gonna go sleep. Well, I'm gonna trade most likely 1 to 3 a.m. and then sleep, then trade New York, and then get some rest. It'll be 2 hours. We're gonna run it for 2 hours. If we get a trade earlier, we'll get a trade and then we'll call it early. It would be dope if you stream London session instead of Asian. Yeah, but I gotta sleep at some point. So the only reason I'm doing London is just to make up for the Sunday session. Where do you live? Right near the beach, boy. What did he grab time? Where is that? When is this? That's for Wix's table. So if you remember at Wix's table, if you got a seat at Wix's table, it's at 1 a.m. tonight. Coney Island. I'm not in Coney Island. I'm from there. I grew up over there. I'm in South Florida. How to get a seat? You got to go to my channel, subscribe over there, and then join Wix's table. Green dropped the link a little earlier. I can see the Hard Rocks guitar beam from my house. Me too. Me too, chill. Sunny Isles? No. Russian? No, I am Ukrainian. I'm like 20 minutes away from Sunny Isles. Not too far. Near Naples, we could smoke up. Yep, meet you halfway down the Alligator Alley, and we could literally meet up at one of the one of the ramps, one of the boat ramps, and smoke right there with the gators. You, me, and the alligator. Just the three of us. Wait, so tonight's London stream is private? Yes, if you're a member at Wix's table, it's for you. Guys, if I ever enter an impulse position again, hit me with the biggest thing you have. I almost lost my account a few minutes ago. Take out my third leg. Beat you with it. I'm just waiting for that. Hey, yo. Bro, I'm in North Oh, you one of them NMB people, right? You in NMB. Yo, we're breaking down here, chat. But once we close below, we made a topic over there for that previous 5, but once we close below here, I still want a 5-minute range. In West Palm? I'm going to be in West Palm today around 3:30 or 4. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way there. Might meet somebody in Boca or drive. If you see somebody reversing through a red light on 2 wheels, just honk at me. This is for a 4-year-old. How old are you? You're 3. This says 4. Dad, do I download this for her? Say hi to chat.
Whatever you
Okay,
do, don't get
fine.
Flappy Bird. That game was addicting.
Nah, she wants this right here.
What game is that?
My talking Angela.
Ah, shit. The FBI is watching. That's like the same. What's that game called again? Those games, chat. What was that? The one with the cat. What was that? What was that game called?
That's the one with the cat, yeah.
And then there's one with bears. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. But like you talk to them, right? And then talk back. Yeah, that's some AI. That's some spooky
Yeah,
shit.
well, she talks to them. I don't know
The
what she
Talking
be telling
Tom.
them.
Talking Tom. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it was. She be
Oh.
telling them all the secrets. Oh, that's what it is. It's
Tell
Talking
all the
Tom and
secrets.
Friends.
Hey, you know what my dad does? RS. Hello? It's over. Hell no. No, sir.
Who, me?
What you talking about? That was
Nah.
it's online stuff. You know, me?
It's locker room talk.
Yeah.
You know how the kids do.
Yeah. Sir, we're gonna detain you for 24 hours. Oh.
Alien versus Predator. That was a joke from our stream. You heard that one?
From now on, no one's allowed to make a comment on the stream unless they know the milk story. Oh.
That we're gonna have illegal immigrants hunt down child predators, right? Child molesters for a chance at a visa, and we'll call it Alien versus Predator.
You said that joke like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's on our Asian session. Yo, did you know you can have? Oh, I don't know what you use for the voice enhancer. You just use your Go XLR. You don't use like software as well.
Dude, this guy really be looking like you though.
Stop playing. If you're gonna go into this Predator thing, I knew it.
Like when you're a lock character,
Yeah, I got you.
100%. Oh, we might create a top wicker for the first 13. I mean, 13. What am I saying? 15. I'm hating.
Pulls up the guy from Creed again.
Get the chopper.
Yo, do you use software for voices to set up through your Go XLR or just the Go XLR?
Nah, I just need to go XLR.
It's got that built in, like the voice changer. It doesn't have like a software that's attached to it.
No. I just have to go XLR. Man, so here's my thing, chat. If we've been struggling to break below, right? And I'm assuming that we're gonna flip on the 1 hour here. If we are flipping on the 1 hour, I'm just flipping the chart so it's easier for you guys to see, to be honest, in this case. But if this is what we are doing here, right? Same areas that we're tapping, and we're creating a top wick. I would assume that you're gonna see a top wick tapping into like 1938 here. So if we can look for buys above 1932, above there going up towards 1939, that'd be amazing. But you need to close above first, and you also need to form that structure on your way up too. So if we can just get something like this that breaks up the range, and then you get like a bearish candle respecting that support, right? That's your confirmation that support's been formed, and not all you need now is just a closure above or a break above the highs. You can then start to take buys above these areas here, right? And that'll be perfect. And this will be our entry, but we need this to form. So if this were to happen, it'll happen within, you know, as we close above these areas here. If we don't close above these areas and we start to flip bearish, then I guess you can say, cool, we'll look for ourselves back below. We'll then look for ourselves, I think it is 26,800, or it may have to be below, maybe it's minus support at 25, but anywhere in those areas there, we can then take ourselves coming down later, right? But this range here from 26 to 32, you really want to avoid, to be honest. You don't want to take any buys or sells in this area just because there's no direction yet. But once you break out, you should have that direction for price, and we should be good to drive. News?
Bro, you gave this breakdown 3 weeks ago.
News? Yeah, 10 a.m. news.
Same thing.
Wait, wow, who said that?
You said that. You said that joke 3 weeks ago. So I'm telling you, you did this breakdown 3 weeks ago. Same fucking breakdown. But you got new audience, motherfucker.
You said that joke 3 weeks
You
ago.
telling me Chris Rock don't repeat a joke? That
No.
boy got new material place to place
He be going on tour with the same script.
for a year. You never hear his manager go,
Wix held
You know
that in.
what?
Wix held
I
that in.
heard you last time.
Wix waited for me to do the whole breakdown.
no, I was just waiting for the breakdown, tell you, hey, I heard this 3 weeks ago, motherfucker.
To be honest, the price points were a little different. According to my calculations,
whatever.
3 weeks ago. You know what? I respect it. Learn from the best. What's that one song? Petty with Lil Durk. Chat, do you guys know that one friend that's just super petty? I think everyone in their friend group had that one friend in their career where they were just super petty. That was me. I was that guy in the friend group. I'll be holding grudges for like weeks. I remember one time as a kid, chat, you know, this is just for motivational purposes, because being petty, to be honest, it's just like motivation to me. Like when people say I can't do something, like me being petty back or me proving them wrong is just me motivating myself to, you know, become better. Like I use that to my advantage, right? I love when people say I can't do something because I would love to just, you know, go 10 times harder. So like,
I'm like
my
that with
boy,
the speed limit signs.
Oh yeah, you gonna say 40 kilometers an hour?
You gonna say 70? Watch this.
The V12. Yeah, but like there was a time period where like I think some guy was actually I'm not gonna I'll explain that story another day. But you guys know the story about the EV games, right? That was the crazy shit I've done. The EV game story.
Nah, I don't know that story.
I got the email. Nice. I saw a golf swing down. You can't do it. Yeah, that was my first time playing golf, right? It's not about the form. It's about how far the ball went. You see how far the ball went? Yo.
Did it fly there or did it roll there?
No, it flew so hard that it just started like in midair, it started wobbling. That's how hard the swing was.
Midair?
Yeah, midair. That's how strong the swing was. When was the last time you traded GJ? Like December 24th? Let me see if I'm right. December 22nd. It's been almost half a year. Or it's been half a year. Tomorrow's half a year since I traded GJ. I actually traded GJ a couple months ago, like last month on a different broker. I was testing it out, but nothing crazy. Of Maui? No, yeah, no. I've never posted a real vlog yet. Hopefully I float out well. The thing is, I have so much content,
10
chat.
minutes.
So much
Florida's
content.
gonna be a movie.
I have so much content, and I just don't put it together. Like I have like content from like the last year. I just gotta put it together. Like I have so many times where I pull up a camera, I start talking, and I don't make it a vlog. You know, this is a lot of work. As a trader, I don't have time to just sit there and think about, okay, how am I gonna tell this script and story here? But I know if I tried, I can definitely get it done for sure. But I'm just, this
Yeah, I got a shitload of footage
this
that's
is so
just
much I'm
not
doing.
put together.
There's so much shit I'm working on. Way too high. Oh, that count close, respecting resistance.
Port.
Ooh, I see a pop towards 32 here. When you see a pop towards 32, just be careful because the 30 can just create a high and just, oh my bad, the 50 can create a high and still flip bearish here. So that's why I have my buys with 32 and not here, right? This is a sample size setup though. Like this count did close bearish respecting, but you want to see above structure. You're still below these areas here and it can just reject, right? But once it does this right here, that'll be perfect. But this should be volume here. This should be the start of the session, part 2. Part 2 of the session. Because they can just flip here and drive. If it does flip and drive, then we may be able to get some positions, essentially. How big are stops here below 24? 32. If it flips and drives, we might be able to have position on the break of the lows, on the 4 lows and day lows below 24,984 or 948, because then you just have clean traffic till 20 or 18 at that point, a 6-bit range. Right, because if you're able to break all your highs here, create a top wick, and then reflip and break all the lows again, you can just have sell stops, because then you can just anticipate this count to drive down. News at 10? Yeah, I have news at 10, but it's like a little speech. It's a red folder, yeah, but nothing too major. This shit always autocorrects from vlog to blog. I know, it's so annoying. I have that typo too. Is he selling or buying? I have no positions right now. No positions right now. Would you ever switch your content? Of course, I want to switch my content. I just haven't done it yet. I want to though. It's my intention and goals for sure. I think next year I'll have a lot more time on my hands though, because after I get everything done this year, next year I should be more on just back to my regular schedule. I should have more free time on my hands. But this year's a little rough just because there's a lot of things I gotta do and take care of. Especially right now, behind the scenes. But it'll all be worth it, right? Because I do it this year, next year I don't gotta do it no more. It's just a one thing, one and done, and that's it. Next year I'll just be able to get off.
Chat, only a couple of more seats remaining at the in-person. I think 1.
You're busy with more CFX stuff. Next year don't get your hopes up. Well, I'm not getting my hopes up, but being busy is cool. To be honest, everyone wants to not be busy until they're not busy and they got nothing to do. You know those ones, chat? Whenever you're like, man, I can't wait till I'm finished all of this and I'll be chilling. Then the moment you chill, you feel like shit. Like, wow, I'm just wasting my time now. Ooh, broke the lows and flipped them bullish. Wicks, I know you're looking at too.
Limited seats, yes, but if anything, you'll sit on someone's lap.
Huh? Why?
Huh?
Is it?
I said what I said.
Sorry, when you come to London? When Keelan invites me. I'm gonna come to
He
London and
needs
do a
Keelan's
live London
permission.
session with Keelan. Back outside, boys. You know, this morning when I was playing my intro Wix, someone was like, Don, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but this is not professional for your business.
What? Who said that?
I don't know. This is the third time it happened. This is the third time someone told me I'm unprofessional. Listen.
Amateur?
Lap action. Huh? Do you think this FOMC gold gonna drop or up good? I think, isn't FOMC in like 3 weeks? We just had one last week, right? It's gonna be in like 3 weeks, no? I don't know. We'll see in 3 weeks. We'll have more counts printed by then. Man, what's gonna happen here, man? This thing is just hovering.
NYC, it's done nothing so far. Give it like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it usually picks up. You did create a top
Last year
for
for around
30, though.
10, it was picking up.
Yeah. You did have some decent moves earlier today, like 820 comics, but I mean, I would assume that like if this is a liquidity wick, then you would have just been able to close below and drop down here at this point. I mean, the thing is like if we keep on create a top wick and now you break the lows at 24. Of your NYC push. But the thing is, you're still below 32, so anything below 32 could still come up, create a top. We can still respect 32. How can I be so confident in your analysis? Just years of doing the same thing every day, right? Just years of doing and following the same steps every day. Like if you've been watching my streams for the last 4 years, you know that every day since 2020, I've been able to analyze the charts the same way, right? I do the same breakdown every morning the same way, and nothing has changed, really, to be honest. Like we might have adapted here and there, but overall, like every day we're still coming to the charts, we're waiting for the same concepts to play out, and that's about it. Just experience, right? And you can only gain experience if you stay consistent. Otherwise, you're always gonna be changing up your ways of trading and your ways of viewing the charts. When you're able to stay consistent and stick to one strategy, it becomes a lot easier. Because you can actually get a decent understanding and sample size of what you're doing, right? If you're not consistent, and one day you might be taking this position, and one day you might be taking that position, now you have stats for this and that. How are you able to combine the two? It's very hard and difficult, right? Do you live near Sedina Street? I don't know what that is.
It's the name of a street.
What kind of question is that, bro? You think I'm gonna tell you yes? Even if I did, so what?
I thought you were gonna throw him off and be like, "Damn, you watching me?" Then they'd go looking for you on Sardinia Street. The fishy name.
Ooh, breaking a lows there. Wow, broke the 4 lows at 24. Okay, it looks like we're gonna continue to drive here now. If that was the break of lows at 24, chat. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
if you broke the 1 hour highs, right, now you're re-breaking the 4 lows, you should continue to push down towards 1917 here. We do have a closure in about 2 minutes here, so I want to see how this candle closes now. If it wasn't for the sell stops, then we gotta wait for a closure. But I'm pretty sure even if you did have sell stops, you would have got slipped for sure on this push anyways at 24, right? Because we did mention I was looking to play sell stops, but only when it was getting closer, and it got close within like a couple seconds. So like there's no way I could have a sell stop there. But even if you did, we got slipped, so that's cool. We'll wait for a 5-minute closure and then a top wick now though, because this is an easy bit liquidity grab to go all the way back up, right? But if you get a closure and a top wick, we should be in there like swimwear, and we should look to mirror the traffic coming down, right? You didn't have a top wick earlier, but now you have a top wick. 1918 is your next target here. Look at the 4 hour and daily now. Wow. Good. No bottom wick. Oh, no bottom wick. It may just not form a bottom wick, chat. This candle's gonna drive all the way to 17, 18 here. Yeah, if it closed below here off the rip for me, chat. If it closed below the bottom wick though. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chat, gone sells here as you close below. The ranges off the rip. Entries were on the flip. Stops are literally the previous kind of high, the previous 5 high. There's no reason to break the high if you were to drive here, right? Overall here, looking left on the higher time frame, we got clean traffic coming down here towards 1917. We can probably extend targets towards like 1913, to be honest. Overall, this count should continue to drive down and fill the rest of the ranges here. There's a level I had 21. You close right below it, and that's my off the rip entry. All right. So I'll assume that now you continue to drive towards 17 minimum. Minimum 17 will look to manage risk by then. I think my entry was 1920.50. So we'll see what price does here. But 1917 is your overall target. 1713-ish. We'll manage risk if we start to close above 27 and such. I had a pretty good entry. Yeah, it's off the rip, off the flip. I wanted an entry a little earlier, like at 20.70, but there's like no difference there, to be honest.
You didn't know if there was going to be a wick though, if you were going to get in earlier.
Yeah, it should drive. I was looking to have a sell stop on the re-break of the lows like early on at like 22, but I was fine. I wait for the closure because there was like literally 10 seconds left for a closure. But now that we close, like look at the daily and 4, man, just clean traffic driving down. Yeah.
Went to the weekly.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you have like a 25 30 pip range to BE anyways, right? So I don't want to be too aggressive on like stops to BE here, or managing risk too aggressively. I want to see it tap 19, I'll say 18 before we move stop to BE here. Yeah, because I was trying to see the 5 of the bottom wick, and then the moment, I think the moment I switched over to MT5 and had a bottom wick, I was like, cool, we're in, right? Stop loss is 19 the flip.
have some pineapples.
Pineapples one.
Around 24, 23 area.
24, 23. Oh yeah. Most recent resistance. Yeah. Yeah, 24, 23. Yeah. Let's see, what does that be? That would be to retest the lows. That'd be 40 pips. Yeah. Yeah, that won't be bad. But you need to form resistance first. So you probably want to see like a bearish closure, right? Tapping resistance, and then you want to see this come down. Well, obviously not like that, but you want to see something like this form first. If you can close bearish resistance, and then we take sells, come back down to retest the lows, that'd be perfect.
So somewhere around these areas.
Yeah. Chat, we'll manage risk if we start to close back above 26.876, because if you close above there, you're breaking structure, right? But this could just be a top wick for a price to drop down here. As long as you don't close above 26, you should be good. Then put my stops here in case. 19, 20, 19, 30 point. 30 target is 1917. Yeah. Good call.
If we come up 26 and start rejecting.
Yeah, the
Cool.
most recent. The thing, the reason why our stops are here, chat, is because if this candle were to come up and flip, it's gonna drop all the way back up, and that'll be and like it's gonna come all the way back up to the ranges and fill like 1938 here, right? If this thing flips. So that's why our stops there. Our hard stops are there. Our point of managing risk will be anywhere above like 27, 26 here, right? But our hard stops are here because that's the 1 hour flip / 4 hour flip. If you were to reflip, then you're gonna make your way back up, right? Yeah, I'm looking for a second positions here too, but I'm gonna need some closures here. This 15 just closed there, so you do have a wick fill. B point is 1918 or 1917, anywhere in those zones there. I think that's like 25, 30 pips before we move stop to B. Or even the breakout lows again, because if you ever break the lows again, there's no reason to reflip, right? So if you come down to 1919, we'll be like 15, 20 in profit, and then we'll just manage risk then. But we can't really manage risk yet until we close there above 26. And if we close, even if we close bearish, respecting 26 chat, we'll still have to manage risk, right? What about news in 15? I'm expecting to be out by the trade in 15. But again, 15 isn't like it's a major folder, but it's not like it's not numbers. It's a speech, right? So you gotta understand that as well.
A nice top look on the 15.
Yeah. See this 5 flips. This 5 flips, we might have pineapples. Then you can retest the lows there.
The 5 flip is the 15 range fill.
Yeah. 5 flip plus a closure would be perfect.
Oh.
1917. Oh, it's 5. It's flipping. 1 hour might flip. The 15 stops are also our stops too, right? So this 15 breaks the highs, that 1 hour will flip. So we have a pretty good stop. Let's see if it holds though, because if it breaks the highs, then we're gone. We're going all the way back up to retest the highs. If it does flip bearish to chat, that'll be liquidity wick, and we'll look for sell stops at 23 again to come down to retest the lows. But it has to flip for that to happen, right? We need to see it flip, or else obviously we can't enter again, right? Because it won't be high probability. Because you can't just stack because they're in drawdown. You have to stack based off of actual levels being tapped, right? You have to stack based off of, you know, like price action. Like the same way you get in, the same way you should be managing risk or adding second positions and third positions. You can't just like stack blindly because you're in
Once price starts
drawdown.
moving in your direction.
Yeah. Because you can't just go off of impulse, right? You can't just say, oh well, it's the interest here because I'm in drawdown, right? We're in drawdown, but it doesn't mean you have to, like, you have a time stack or add. Let's see, where's the level? 1923, 112. Okay, cool. And if we do add a position, it'll be a smaller stop too, because it'll be the current kind of high. Depending on how the structure forms here, really. But if you can close bearish in 2 minutes, that'd be dope.
Closure here is key. If it'll respect or if it'll close above.
Yeah. Then you have like 10 minutes left for the 1 hour close. So you want the 1 hour close bearish below too. It's not just this closure, it's also the 1 hour close.
The 1 hour, you gotta wait it out, yeah. Might hit stops before then, but to be logical here, you should wait it out, not to be emotional.
Yeah, because there's also the 4 and the flip too. Okay, cool. So this candle's on respect, closing respecting. You need this next candle to close below here. So if this next candle can close below here, chat, you may see some further drawdown. If you break the highs and you flip bearish, and there's a high chance, if you break the highs and flip bearish and close below, you will come down to retest the lows, right? But you need this candle to print this next. So we can print this, then great. We'll take sell stops later on. We'll take second positions to come down, right? But this needs to confirm that we have resistance. Otherwise, any given point, this thing can still flip bullish. But the wick fill should take you down if it does flip below 23. Right, because this 5 closed bullish, right? But this 15 can still flip. The 5 closed bullish respecting, so it can easily still flip bullish, come up, fill the wick, and still close back below, right? Our stops are pretty good where they are because the moment it breaks the high, or if it breaks the high, it's on its way all the way back up. But if the 1 hour closes below the range here, which is below, I think, 1928, then we should be able to drive through towards, again, 1914, 1910-ish in these zones here because we're still below those levels. Does that make sense?
Really want it to be out before news.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't think you have like direct
Well,
numbers
before
today.
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens during a speech is it doesn't just drive, it can spike in both directions. Like it's not a concrete, right, number that's just gonna give you a direction. He's just talking. And we closed on the 5, we closed above 26.32.
I want to see if we can add here before 10.
Once you get a closure.
Yeah. I want to see this 5 close below like 23 here.
A tighter stop, right? The break of,
Yeah.
or are you gonna keep the same stop?
Well, I'll probably have a tighter stop. But let's see. Because you only have like 8 minutes left for this 1 hour close. My entry was 20.50 on the dot. Let's see what this 5 does. 2 minutes for a 5 closure. 15 flipping right now as we speak. Yeah, 4 broke lows and just popped. I think it was popped like 58. We'll see how it closes in about 6 minutes for chat. Looks like this 5 might close respecting, and you have a 1 hour closure in 6 minutes as well here. And the 1 hour is gonna either close, obviously it's gonna flip, or it's either gonna close bearish below, right? As long as it closes below 27, it should be good, but you have 5 minutes left for that to happen. So let's see what it does. Oh, 5 minute reflipping. You might get stopped up before. We might get stopped up beforehand if it does flip, obviously beforehand, right? But if you have like 5 minutes left for the 1 hour close, might as well wait it out, see how the 1 hour closes. Because then the 1 hour, if as long as it closes bearish below, you can have the wick fill coming down to fill the range, right? With the 4 hour candle, obviously.
Shit, a lot of volume.
Yeah, you have a lot of volume here. Stops are at 30.463, chat. 30.463.
I don't understand why this 15 wouldn't fill after a 5 respects
You can still
it
get the
there,
starter play on the if it closes respecting 27.
like this.
Yeah. Because then you can still get
How
this.
steep will the next top wick be?
Yeah, that's the question now. The top wick for the 1 hour is gonna break the highs and flip, or is it gonna? Because if it breaks the highs and reflip, then we have to re-enter, or we'll re-enter after it. But and if it breaks the highs and
breaks the
reflip,
highs, you have no guarantee that it's gonna flip.
yeah.
But if it does, then yeah, you can re-enter.
Well, if it re-breaks the highs, it's gonna drop to like probably 34 here. And if it drops to 34, well, so if the 1 hour closes bearish and the next candle drops to 34 and reflips, we'll re-enter and a wick fill coming down. because then you're gonna fill that wick all the way through. But obviously you want this trade to play out, right? Let's see. Could flip here. There's lots of volume. Might break the highs. How many pips were we in? Like 16, 15? Or 10? The spreads and everything?
10.
Like 15, yeah. I didn't see 15. I think the moment we entered just came right into profit. I didn't get to see anything. We're gonna break the highs there. What are you risking this trade? I think it's like 3%, something like that. Around 3%. Oh, yes. See, so 1 hour flipped here. Got stopped out here for I think 90 pips. Price broke the highs, and if it's breaking the highs here, it looks like the 1 hour may close bullish here. And if the 1 hour is closing bullish here, if it closes above 32, then if that's the case, then you're gonna see this candle come up and fill the ranges at 39 here. And then you have the flip on the 1 hour. So I mean, I can't really do anything about that. We can't just wait for the 1 hour close now for more positions, but yeah, we took that trade based off the breakout lows. Let's see what let's see what this kind of does though. There is a strong support at the 1928 mark. You really gotta close below in order for our next candle to drive through. If it doesn't, then you can also say, okay, well, we have the sample size position here, and what can happen next is you can just make your way back up to just retest the highs and fill the ranges at the 1940 levels. Yeah, but I got stopped out there, chat. What am I doing for the month now? Yeah, that's for the month now. And then that's for the, when did the quarter start? June? But this is for the year so far. So yeah, like I'll say like last 2 months were, I'll say, a bit tougher in terms of trades or in terms of our performance. You know, wasn't as great as the first, you know, I think 4 months of the year, but like, you know, these months are just like, I can't really do anything with these months. We're still taking the same positions as we would usually take, and just happens to not be in our favor. But I'm not gonna sit here and like, you know, blame the markets or blame anything really. It's just I'm still gonna take the same positions, and long term it's gonna play out. Long term, as in, like, you know, like a month from now, you'll see a difference, right? As we take the same setups here. But we can't really do anything about that. But yeah, I think that was like 3% of the account today. Okay, so look, the 1 hour looks like it has closed there. Closed bearish, didn't close below. You did create a top for the previous 30. It can still fill the wick again, but as for positions, like, you're better off just waiting for buys above like 31 here, probably. Above 31, you have range going up towards 1939, right? So that range going up there is like around 80 pip range, but that's all I can really wait for. Sells won't be until below like 1920, I'll say. Right? Below 1920, you have range. What's this account sitting at? Yeah. But like, looking at stops, like, we couldn't really do anything about stops. Like, that was the most logical stop. Unless you it's how you put it there. We put it up at 36, right? But 36, it's a lot of range. It's like 100. I think at 36 it'd be like 100 and something. But like realistically, there was no reason to really break the highs for driving down, right? So I could even, like, even if I wanted a better stop, it didn't really make sense. But yeah, chat, I think that's it for the stream though. I mean, I'm not gonna sit around looking for another trade. Usually when we take it out, we'll call it a day, obviously. So double trade for me. Yeah, I mean, some people got a break even. I got like, I didn't even see 15 pips, to be honest with you guys. Like, I think the moment we entered, we were in profit, but like, I see profits? Probably not. Yeah, we're like 15, but our break even wasn't even there though. Our break even was more at like 1917, because that's where price showed that I was gonna drive down towards, right? 1918, 1917. So no BE for me, because we don't always put like stops in profit just because like 10-15% profit. We put it based off of levels. In this case, you had range though. That's why we weren't break even. But if you did manage to get out break even, congrats. If you did not, then you know you're with me in the same boat. But there'll be brighter days. No need to stress. Don't worry. Yeah, let's go play this word. Don't call it. We might have potential later. Trade. That's funny. Earlier we said it too. Well, we didn't say it, but like someone's like, you know what sucks is when you have a loss and you wait 4 or 5 days for a sub and it's not a loss. And I said it's a possibility that can happen, right? I'm not saying it's that's what Jenks is saying, right? But like, you know, that sort of happens in trading. Like, you can't ever control the outcome. Sometimes you might have, you know, a losing streak. You wait a couple days for a setup just for another loss, and it happens. But you can't control those things, right? Why is it not changing? Here we go. What's his word? Old prize, no.
Brace. BRACE.
Crane. One thing that's guaranteed is the word of chat every day. Regardless of win, loss, be on stream, this is guaranteed. This is word.
Sorry, Wicks, get him next time. Yeah, I got that word wrong. Is it crazy?
Buy. Grocery. Clapped.
Market.
Market.
Food. Drink. Lotto. Bodega. Block. The hood.
Not taking that route. Chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese, yes.
Mail, lights, camera, phone.
Register.
Hmm. Gem.
Health. Routine. I don't know.
I know you don't know. We don't know right now.
That's this Jay waiting for me. I can't fucking go smoke it.
I'm gonna hit you up after. Chow, what's heavy? What's gym camera like? TikTok? Shit. Yo, on TikTok nowadays. Hmm.
Grocery, heavy, store, camera, gym.
A glove?
Beach, toy. Play. Soccer. Ball.
Bruh.
Oh, wrong direction. Fun.
Hmm.
Candy.
The saddest contextual ever. Sweet. Gift, toy, gym, camera.
L. Stops.
What's a gift?
Margin.
Oh. Curse. What the fuck? Backpack? We definitely wearing our bag today, man. We don't need no backpack today. Got nothing in it. Spow. SPSA. This looks hard, bro.
Bin. Bill. Oh, spills 2 L's. Sorry.
Sane. Main. Mail.
Say my meow.
Who texted me? Oh, this looks like
It's a beak right there to the left. That shit. Mine. It's a seagull.
yeah.
Yes.
I see it. I
Mine.
think that's pretty valid today. It's definitely turkey, right?
Could be turkey.
Oh, it's close.
Looking like a turkey. What's close to Turkey? Go to Hungary. I don't know if that's close to Turkey.
Hungary. Turkey. Something a Y, right?
Let's go to Cyprus.
I think that's an island.
How far off are we?
We're at 80%. I think something ends in a Y. What ends in a Y? No.
How are you gonna guess Uruguay?
What's near Turkey that ends in a Y?
Definitely not Uruguay. Egypt has a Y in it. Italy has a Y in it. Dubai could end in a Y if you wanted to. Dubai. No, it's not it. If it's not, it could be, you know, it could be either, it could be the Czech Republic, it could be, no, well, it can't be. That's not the form of Czech Republic, but I'm just saying it could be all in that region, right? Slovakia.
Morocco. Oh, you got it? Oh, no. Latvia.
Damn.
I knew that. That looked like a Latvia. I knew it. That looked
You said it ends with a Y.
Latvia. Huh?
Said it
Latvia.
ends with a Y, man.
Latvia. All right.
Latvia.
I guess that's it for today, chat. Unfortunately,
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah, unfortunately, you know what? We'll let them use the clips today. It's all right. But we'll be back tomorrow doing the same thing, covering the same concepts, and
Is there an after party?
May's been rough. Our May and June both has been a little rough for us. But
What's up, Bueller?
we'll be fine. We'll look back at these months a month from now, and things will be different, right? Like how they've always been for us. But yeah, don't let one trade determine your skill set, or 1 month determine your skill set if you had, you know, years in this industry. All right. But yeah, chat, that's it for me. I'm gonna catch you guys later on. If I see anything, I'll call it. But I'm looking for buys above 31. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Above 31, coming out toward 39. Until then, I'm gonna catch you guys later on. All right, chat. Peace out. Love you guys. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Don't revenge it. You'll be fine. Peace out.
Wear 2 protections.
Yes. If you're still trained, make sure you wear protection. Make sure you have a stop loss. Catch you guys there. Tonight's stream is at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, sir. Updates, negative 100 pips. That'll be in the journal. Yes, sir. Double wrap it. Laters.